The feds appear ready to roll back aggressive targets designed to boost fuel economy for cars and SUVs. KPIX 5 political reporter Melissa Caen on how this could lead to another major confrontation with California. Melissa.
Yeah, Juliet, it is the latest battle between the state of California and the federal government, this time over environmental regulations. Now, years ago, the Obama administration and the state of California agreed on certain automobile standards. And in the next few days, we're going to find out whether the feds want to roll those back. State of California officials already say that no matter what the feds do, the state is going to hold car makers to that original agreement, setting the stage for a serious clash.
For the last 50 years, California has had the authority under the Clean Air Act to set standards that are stricter or tougher than federal standards.
Since 2009, the state and federal governments have worked together to set greenhouse gas rules. But that cooperation could unravel this weekend.
By April the 1st, the EPA is required to send a document to us that indicates what their decision is regarding the future of vehicle standards for model years 2022 through 2025.
The current plan is for cars to get 54.5 miles per gallon by 2025.
Now that issue is being reconsidered by the Trump administration. Administrator Pruitt may well announce a decision to modify that schedule. And California said, well, if you guys do that, we will stick to our schedule of much more stringent standards.
Sam Kasman is with the Competitive Enterprise Institute. It's a libertarian think tank, and he says what California is trying to do is bad policy.
If California gets away with forcing the industry to produce California-specific models, you're going to have a number of states trying to be California wannabes as well, and I think you're going to have a huge fight on your hands.
Now, the EPA could try to revoke California's ability to make its own rules. Now, Senator Kamala Harris asked Pruitt about this at his confirmation hearing.
Will you commit then to upholding that same standard and recognizing California's authority to issue its own new motor vehicle air pollution standards?
I agree to review that, as each administrator before me has.
Reviewing and upholding are two different points.
That's a review process that will be conducted.
What is your intention, sir?
I don't know without going through the process to determine that, Senator.
But if Pruitt goes after California's ability to make its own rules, today State Attorney General Javier Becerra said he's ready for a fight.
We will do everything we can to fight to protect those standards, and we'll protect California's right to move forward for the 40 million.
Now, if the feds do roll back those standards, one of two things is going to happen. Either California will lose its special status and ability to make its own rules, or there are going to be two kinds of cars in the future. One for California and the dozen or so states that follow California standards, and one for the rest of the country. Either way, not pretty. Live in Colma, Melissa Caen, KPIX 5.
Senator Dianne Feinstein says in a statement, I believe California won't sit idly by while the Trump administration and the auto industry tries to create a common standard of mediocrity for car manufacturers. And an East Bay congressman is calling for a boycott of any car maker that falls short of California's standards. Mark DeSaulnier says consumers, public agencies, and pension funds could all take part.